Hey, what's going on there, folks? Earthmaster here. It is February 27th, 2018, 8:01 p.m. here on the West Coast, and a lot to cover real quick. Well, not real quick, but there's definitely a lot to cover in this update tonight. A lot of activity occurring pretty much around the globe as we're seeing a continued uptick in earthquake activity along the Pacific Plate, not only on the eastern side or the western side, but also on the eastern side there with numerous earthquakes stretching from Northern California down through this region here where the 4.7 is down here in this flag. Also some older earthquake activity in the Chile region. A couple deeper earthquakes here just in South America region there. You can see a 4.2, fairly deep, raised off the globe. But yesterday, or earlier this morning I should say, we did see some deep movement near the Fiji Islands once again. And it seems like whenever we see that deep movement on the plate there, we see an uptick in activity. 5.9 down there, that's interesting activity. But yeah, the majority of the earthquake activity right now is definitely near the Papua New Guinea region. I know they had a 6.2 and it looks like most recently a 4.9. And definitely some activity all up and down the western Pacific Ring of Fire, the Pacific Plate, just very active today. And that's kind of worrisome in a way. Just a little worried about what's going to happen here, because we're seeing, just like I say, a large increase in activity plate-wide. Also, we do have a 2-point, let's see if the USGS still has it up there. Looks like they may have taken it down. Either that or I don't have it set correctly. Let me go back to the USGS here real quick and see if it is indeed up here. We'll check out this interactive tremor map here in just a little bit. I want to show you guys the activity that's occurring up there near Vancouver Island region. So 2.3, let's back out of here real quick, and well, let's run this map here real quick because I don't want to lose that section. Okay. So now it looks as though USGS may have taken that earthquake off. I know it was 2.3, so it's still there. It just never fails. 2.3 right there, the Virginia quake. Just occurred a short time ago. Nothing big, but it is interesting activity because it's basically within the same region that we've seen that Virginia earthquake back in 2011. See, August 23rd, 2011. That was a magnitude 5.8 earthquake, which was felt over a pretty wide area. Taking a look at this 2.3 here, what surprises me is that it's pretty much within the same region as the, or within the same area where we've seen that 5.8. Now this here is the current epicenter for that 2.3. Notice the location, Richmond over here to the southeast. And you got Charlottesville over here towards the northwest, with the epicenter being basically within those two cities right there. Here's the map from 2011 with that 5.8. You got Richmond over here to the southeast and Charlottesville over here towards the northwest. Although the epicenter on this map looks as though it may just be to the north a tad bit compared to this 2.3 that we just had. See the 5.8 striking a little bit further up here towards I-64. But still, in the general location where we've seen that 5.8 back in 2011, it caused some damage and definitely felt over a wide area. This 2.3, I'm surprised people felt it, but a couple people did. Oops, let me get off that map here. Let's see here real quick. Unless they took that down, I did see about, well, there you go. Maybe about 10 people feeling that earthquake there. Fork Union, Virginia area. And some other small towns there. Just really small earthquakes. I'm really surprised they were able to feel that. So, but anyway, interesting activity nonetheless for that region. And there's some updated information on it, 2.3. This was from the EMSC CSEM site at a depth of 6 kilometers. 2.3 magnitude. I want to take you back over here to the real-time tremor map here and show you the activity that's occurring in, well, Vancouver Island region. It's definitely picking up quite a bit on that northern section of the, I guess they're included in the Cascadia subduction zone, on the very northern part of it. Quite a bit of tremor movement being detected. Let's hope I got everything recording correctly, which I do. Okay. And this here is just pretty much recent activity, all within a day's time. 8.2 hours, 136 epicenters of tremor detection in that confined region up here. I know we've seen pretty much a lull in activity with this tremor detection system here over the past week or two. It seemed like it's pretty quiet, not a lot of activity. So now we're seeing all this movement kick up, along with the widespread activity along the Pacific Plate. That makes somewhat sense there. We did have a 3.2 occurring just off the northern California coastline. I'll show you guys this here real quick. Near west-southwest of the beautiful town of Gold Beach. Beautiful area out there, but I would not want to be in that town when a big earthquake strikes off the Cascadia. They're just not in a good location at all. You can see this here, the epicenter off the Gorda escapement ridges over here. Nothing big, just something minor, but still nonetheless some activity showing up in this part of the plate as well. Like I said, it's widespread on the Pacific Plate, and that's something it just kind of opens my eyes a little bit there to see what's maybe see what's coming, I guess. I don't know. 5.9 down there, and then another 6.0 where that 7.5 struck quite a few days ago now. Some deeper movement, 4.4 in this region, in between Japan and this area down by Indonesia there. Interesting activity. For the most part, we see normal deep activity down here near Fiji Islands or up near the Japan region. But once again, anything can happen at any depth on any plate. It just takes the right movement and right pressure transfer. Still some activity over there around the Mediterranean Sea region. And it's just a busy day as far as earthquake activity goes, folks. California map real quick. Let's cover that. A little bit of activity up there near the northern section of the Calaveras Fault system again. Nothing major, but I did have a what was that, 1.6 there near Diablo. And of course your typical geyser activity north of here in this cluster of 223 earthquakes. Actually been up through that area driving around, and hot springs up there, and this is 100% normal activity as far as the earthquake activity that's occurring in this region right here. A lot of people pay some big money to do something in those hot springs. I don't know if they jump in them or they cool them down or what's going on, but definitely some big money making in that hot spring business. But yeah, definitely a lot of activity, folks. I may include here on the data graphs here a station down around the, or I'd like to anyway, include a station down around the Papua New Guinea region, just because of all the activity that's occurring over the past few days since that 7.5. It just does not seem to be letting up. I know it's not abnormal to see that enormous amount of aftershock activity, but I mean, we're still seeing some 6.0 earthquakes, days after the main shaker there, 7.5, that occurred actually a few days ago now. Pretty sure I can pull up a couple of these, but I won't take up the update video while I'm doing it. I'll go ahead and put it back to how it was, and get back to the live stream here real quick. Like I say, I'm still looking for some music, guys. If you have some non-copyright music that you would like to have me play up here on the channel, I would definitely appreciate it. I mean, right now I got about 8 hours of looping music, and it's all good and whatnot for a couple days, but after a while you get that repeat. You know, the song's repeating continuously, and I don't want to have that happen. So I'm definitely looking for some newer non-copyright material, and if you are interested in sharing that, or if you know some, send me a private message on YouTube. Don't post it up in chat, but send me a private message and I'll check it out and possibly get it up here on the channel for the rest of us to hear. All right, folks, have a good night. You can see Yellowstone National Park has fixed their camera. It has been running continuously with no interruptions whatsoever. It does look like it is daytime there in Wyoming, but I can guarantee you that it's pitch dark. Maybe a little bit of lighting, but a really good camera there with the I guess infrared vision. Kind of looks like my cameras I have on my house, where you can see outside perfectly in the dark. But that's been running continuously, non-stop, without any interruptions. So that's a good thing. It's kind of cool to see activity going on there at night. All right, guys, take care. Have an earthquake plan, please. And we got a major snowstorm coming into California Wednesday into Thursday, Friday, and into next week as well. We're talking like 6 feet. 6 feet of snow, possibly more, falling up in the Sierra Nevada mountains. And also the coast ranges here in California, and of course rain down in the valley. But definitely a big storm, a big water maker, and that's what we need because we're so far behind. We're sitting at like, I think 33% of normal for our water year, and that's pretty pitiful. So hopefully this catches us up here just a tad bit. Okay, folks, I will be back on the live stream here in a little bit. For now, we're going to get the update video out and posted, and we'll chat at you guys a little bit later.